I pressed it. There it is.
You're like, I pressed the
did
button.
press the
I pressed
button.
it.
It is pressed. Good morning.
It's done press. It's doing that thing, the lighting when I'm on my computer, it does the thing where it fades in and out. So everybody's going to be like, what's going on with Daisy? Why is she fading in? Well, it's what happens.
It's a trade-off, man. We can't have perfect lighting and perfect sound all at the same time. We can have one of those things at a time. Okay.
Right.
So that's how we're gonna play.
Right. Good morning.
Good morning. Happy Friday to one and to all. We have so much going on, but first of all, thank you so much to everybody who is a new supporter of ours on Locals. The other day we did a shout out and said we're 120 something people away from 1,000 supporters on Locals, and now we are just four people away.
4 people.
That's amazing.
I mean, tell your friends, we get 4 people. That's like, we can do it today. We can do it today.
It's amazing, right? It's just incredible. So love that our community is growing. If you're interested in checking it out, it's chicksontheright.locals.com. You're going to see all kinds of exclusive stuff. Just yesterday, I posted a 10-second video of me abducting a goat. So that happened. That's awesome. For our insiders and our supporters.
You know what I'm going to do today? I'm going to post a video. I have it on my phone. I did it yesterday. I just need to post it. I'm going to post a video of our cabin because I redid it. And then I'll do more of the house, like probably in the next couple of weeks because I'm just not done decorating and doing, because the house is still empty, you guys. Okay. There's still like stuff not on the walls and everything, but I redid our cabin because I was like, should I burn it down or should I redecorate it? What should I do? And so, I cleaned it out and I redecorated it. And I was like, what, I'll show it to everybody because at some point I may Airbnb it and you guys can come visit me. It's a thought. Yeah. So
but that's exclusive content that our insiders and supporters will have exclusive access to. So again, check it out, chicksontheright.locals.com. Also, if you haven't gotten yourself ready for the nicer weather and barbecue weather and Easter, hello, Omaha Steaks, you guys. Right now, they still have their Omaha Steaks sampler, which is 50% off when you use keyword chicks at omahasteaks.com. They throw in the 12 steak burgers on top of the already giant case full of like amazing fillets, chicken breasts, pork chops. I mean, all the stuff you can imagine, the sides, the desserts, those apple tartlets that everybody loves.
So good. Eat them for breakfast. So good.
It's the greatest breakfast treat ever. 50% off. So again, omahasteaks.com, just look in the search bar. You type in chicks. It's going to take you right to the Omaha Steak Sampler. You get your 50% off and your 12 free steak burgers. It's a no-brainer. Order today. All right. So I have a lot of things going on, but first and foremost, I wanted to share a video with you and then let you have the floor because I know you have a lot to say about Ms. Leah Thomas or Mr. Leah Thomas or whatever. Leah Thomas took away some, ran off with a bunch of championships yesterday in the NCAA. And so there's a lot of reaction to that. And I thought, but first we would share a very brave Vatek swimmer was interviewed after Leah won. How many different events did she win?
I have no idea how many.
Whatever.
I don't know how many at this point. I don't know. Okay. A lot. Too many. How about too many?
And the crowd was not happy. Okay. So, and even like in the post-win interview, Leah Thomas was like, well, I just have to ignore that noise and focus on the race, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, people are upset and rightly so. And so I thought it was interesting that because so many swimmers won't talk, right? Because they're afraid. They don't want to make waves, no pun intended, but they're not talking. And one of the things, and you tell me if I'm wrong because you're a swim mom, but like to me, it just seems like if everybody would just refuse to participate until this is done, how they would have to stop it, right? If everyone at Penn was like, I'm not going to be on this team until this is over.
Right. I hear you. A lot of swimming though is like one of the things about swimming is that you compete against yourself too. You're competing against your own time. And so that's the thing that is different, I think, with swimming than it is with other sports. And so a lot of these girls go in and they just want to beat their own times. They're competing against themselves. So if they have like a certain time, they go in the next meet and they're like, okay, I just want to beat like 106. I want to get 104 today or whatever. So maybe that's why they're not just stopping, is because they just want to get a better time and they're not thinking about this individual. They're thinking about their own time. However, I hear what you're saying. I mean, because they gotta, this is just unbelievable to me that this person is allowed to do this and that this person is allowed to shatter records of women when this person is not a biological woman. And you know that parents are outraged by this more than probably even more so than the generation that has been told that, oh, this is totally okay. This is totally fine. You know, the parents are sitting out there going, oh my God, my kid has gotten up at 4 or 5 in the morning every day, 6 days a week, and worked out and trained. And I've paid all this money and we've sacrificed all this time and my kid has done it. And for years and years, we've done this. And now we're at the point where she's in college and this is happening. And I mean,
I get that there's like scholarships, and all that kind of stuff. I understand that there are a lot of reasons that the rest of the teammates can't just go on strike, for lack of a better phrase.
Right.
But I don't know, but younger ages, like in other, I don't, there just needs to be more pressure from parents and from swimmers where they don't put up with it. And they say, we're going to take our kids to a different school and we're going to find a school that will not put up with this because I don't know what else to do. Like this is not going to stop. And so this story that you're about to hear is, again, this is a Vatek swimmer who's talking about a friend of hers who didn't make the cut to be there because of Leah.
Right.
And this is the kind of thing that you've talked about over and over again. What if you're just that close and you miss out because we've got a biological male sweeping all the records?
Right.
So here is her talking about that.
You're a Virginia Tech swimmer. What did you think about Leah Thomas competing today as a swimmer in this competition? What are you feeling? What are other athletes feeling?
It's a common conception that we are all very disappointed and frustrated with someone who has capabilities more than us women have to be able to compete at this level and take opportunities away from other women. Like I have a teammate who did not make finals today because she was just bumped out of finals. And it's heartbreaking to see someone who went through puberty as a male and has the body of a male be able to absolutely blow away the competition. And you go into it with a mindset that you don't have a chance, if that makes sense. Like it's hard to compete against someone with the aerobic capacity, the muscle development, the body of a man. It's hard. It's hard to think about it like that. And staying positive, I bet, for other swimmers who are in that heat is probably overwhelming. I'm not sure. I can't speak for them, but it's disappointing to see and frustrating, definitely.
And you said that one of your teammates was crying today because she didn't make the finals. You said that she was 17th, and there were 16 spots.
There's always 16,
Leah Thomas took one of those spots. Talk to us about what your teammate was going through and that experience.
She was very emotional, and it's hard to see because it's her last NCAAs, and she really loves that race, and it was just heartbreaking to see that she put all her effort into it today and went the best time that she went in a morning session before and still not make it back. It's hard to see someone who works every day, every night, still not be able to compete against someone like that.
And she would have been there. She would have been there had this individual, not trampled the women's. This is unbelievable to me. It's just, I cannot believe we're allowing this to happen. And, God bless that girl and her family. I feel terrible for her. And that's the way that it works. There's usually 16 spots. Because my daughter has done it. My daughter, like for some races where she's, it's not her best race or whatever, she's barely made like the 16th spot. And then she gets to go to finals or whatever. And I can't imagine if that was like her race, you know what I mean? If she were of that level, that elite level where you get there and then a boy beats her out, a biological boy beat her out. Oh my God. As a parent, I would lose my mind. Just absolutely lose my mind. It's unacceptable, you guys, that this is happening at our colleges. What are we doing to our girls.
And, you know, it's entirely possible that now Leah will be an Olympian. And then how I just, this is just so inherently, obviously, completely wrong that it blows my mind that we even have to have a conversation about it.
And what does it say to our girls? Because what does it say to young girls? What does it say to girls like my daughter? It's like, well, why bother?
Right.
Why bother working your ass off every day? Because I mean, she's 12. If she starts seeing this, she's going to be like, well, why should I even work my butt off every day if I'm going to get to that level and I'm not going to make it? Because I'm going to be competing against biological boys. She can't do that. Physically, it's impossible to be able to beat biological boys. Now, granted, she can beat some boys, but she just can't do that. It's physically impossible, you guys. And we all know that. We all know that.
Well, that's just it. Everybody really does know it, but we're all pretending, apparently, or, you know, the people that aren't outraged about this are all in this like group delusion where they're trying to just act as if this is all fine. This is the dog in the fire, right?
It's insanity.
It's just absolute craziness. And Morgan, thank you. Morgan's like, they need to have a separate league. And that's what some of the other comments that I was reading about when I caught up about this morning, is that some of these people, some of the other parents, some of the other students, people who are outraged about this appropriately are just like, this isn't, she may not be a male anymore, or she may not be living as a male, but she's certainly not a woman. And so, and for, I don't even know why at this point he wants to do this, because literally nobody is rooting for Leah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Except for the woke weirdos on the news stations who are like, "Oh my God, this is so great."
And you're not winning in a fair way. So why do you want to? Why do you want to do this? Why do you want to do this? Yeah, I don't understand that either, Mock. I don't understand that, because I've never understood people who want to win like this at anything. Why do you want to do that? I mean, I'd rather just, if I were that individual, I would rather just say, you know what, I'm going to just bow out. I mean, and all the attention and all the everything, you're not doing this in a way that is, you're not doing it with integrity.
Right.
So why do it?
I'm so frustrated for everybody involved in that sport right now at that level. It's so wrong. And that's why it's so frustrating. It's because like everybody knows it's wrong. And yet so many people are still trying to pretend that this is all fine.
Right. It's not fine. And you know what? And shame on the feminists for not coming out and sticking up for the girls. Because once again, the feminists are silent because they're like, we just want free tampons and like, you know, on-demand abortions. That's all we stand for. Because seriously, that's all feminists stand for now. They're a bunch of losers because they stand for nothing. They don't do anything for our girls. They do nothing for women. They're complete pathetic losers. They are not there when we need them. And they definitely don't give a shit about our girls. They don't. They're not there. So crickets.
They don't mind that girls are being completely erased. No. Don't forget, you guys, if you're not able to join us here live in the mornings, you can always put us right here, right there in your toolkit, to your tool belt, and just take us on the go. Listen to us any old time you want to with a podcasting platform of your choice. We are basically on all of them. So there's no excuses. You can take us and listen to us at any time. Rand Paul, remember how we talked the other day about Rand Paul trying to do the thing where he was going to eliminate Fauci's job?
Right. Replace it with 3 people.
Yeah, that did not happen because 6 Republicans were like, no, we really like Fauci. And of course, they're the 6 that you might imagine. So Mitt Romney was among them, Susan Collins, Lisa Murkowski. I mean, all of the standard people that you
Mitt Romney, I think, voted to keep masks on toddlers.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did. Mitt Romney.
So, and Dr. Fauci has reemerged from whatever hole he was sort of hiding in for the last few weeks. And he's talking again about a new variant and saying, hey, FYI, even though this new variant isn't even as scary as Omicron, we're still going to need to be ready to go to reinstate all the restrictions. So just be ready, everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't want this to ever go away.
Deltacron. I think Deltacron.
No, this is a different one even than Deltacron.
What is it?
This is like a B dot. I don't even know what the official name is.
They're so in love. They're just obsessed with having control over your lives. They're just obsessed with it.
Yeah.
And the reason they love it so much is because we allowed it. We allowed it to happen. We allowed them to just tell us what to do for 2 years. Can you believe, what was it? Like this past week was the 2-year anniversary of 14 days to flatten the curve.
Oh my God.
It was this week, you guys. This week was the 2
years ago.
2-year anniversary. Can you believe that? Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
And I mean, imagine how much your life has changed in 2 years and how much this country has changed. Just think about that. And it's because we've allowed it to happen.
It's true.
Yeah.
We have not gotten a chance to mention one of our favorite sponsors in quite some time, but now that it's getting to be warm weather and we're looking at planting season, if you guys are like us and we are literally the worst plant people ever.
I kill everything. I do.
Or maybe you're a person like me who wouldn't have, I wouldn't know the first thing about choosing the right plant for where I live right now.
No, I don't
FastGrowingTrees.com, the best website ever for people like us. You tell Fast Growing Trees where you live, and they identify your area of the country as like a zone, a planting zone. And then they tell you, here's the kind of stuff that's going to grow really well in your zone, whether you're looking for flowers, trees, bushes, plant, like whatever kind of plant you're looking for, they can help you choose it. And then right now, if you go to fastgrowingtrees.com/chicks, you get 15% off your order. And you have one in your house right now. I can see it.
Okay, you can't see the pot though. You're gonna have to get rid of the banner so people can. Mock got me this pot. It's really cute.
Okay, hang on.
It's a little. See the stripe? It has stripe. Can you see it? It has little stripes on the bottom. It's super cute.
You can't really see the stripes, but yes,
you can see it. Anyways, that pot, Mock got it for me, and then and I got a little snake plant in there, and I love it so much. And it's a real live plant. I have mostly fake plants in my house because I kill everything, but that's alive, and it's still alive. I've had it for weeks. It's still alive. I'm so excited about it. I've kept it alive. Everybody keep an eye on it.
And it's not a testament to you. It's a testament to fastgrowingtrees.com.
That's right. I got it from them. Anyway, it's alive. It's alive.
They have all the things that you need to plant. So it's not just that they have the plants that they send you and they send them to you really, really like well packaged, well put together, all the instructions you could ever need.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. It's
awesome. Check them out. You're going to love the website at the very least. You're going to love the website, fastgrowingtrees.com/chicks. All right. We got to get to some of the good videos that I have for you to say because, oh my God. Okay. First of all, let's do Pelosi first. Nancy Pelosi for St. Patrick's Day.
Oh God. This was crazy.
Couple of different clips from her. The first one is her toast to Joe Biden.
Okay.
Where she does that ridiculous poem and she acts as though this is like, I don't even remember how she tries to say, I learned about this from my grandkids or something like that. But it's literally that ridiculous thing, that ridiculous saying that says, dance like nobody's watching, that one.
Yeah.
And she's acting like it's, one of the most, this most profound pieces of poetry ever in existence. So that's the first clip that you're about to hear is her toast to Biden. Here you go.
Exit to go back to work. I wanted all of us to lift our glass to toast the president on this St. Patrick's Day. Mr. President, this is a toast that I learned from my grandchildren. I've said it to our colleagues here before, and it goes like this. It's an Irish toast. Sing as if no one can hear you. Dance as if no one can see you. Love as if you've never loved before. And live as if heaven is on earth. So when I said to them, is that a toast that is a tradition in the Keneally family? They say, no, that's a sign that is in the Shannon Airport. To the President. Thank you, Mr. President. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Okay, so that's her first toast, but then she gets even more poetic, you guys.
So freaking awkward. She is so awkward.
She's so awkward because she's like this. I don't know if you knew this. She's like this with Bono.
With Bono, yeah, they're like BFFs. They like hang out. They have Thanksgivings together, you guys. She and Bono.
And so Bono wrote a poem. Bono wrote a poem for Nancy Pelosi to read. The sound is a little weird at first because it's like they didn't fix her microphone, so I'll turn it way up. But then, like in the middle of it, it all of a sudden turns up. So just a warning about that. Here we go.
Right. Introduce them. I got this message this morning from Bono.
This morning.
Most of us, we're always, whether we're in Ireland or here, whatever it is, Bono has been a very Irish part of our lives. And he said this. He said, "Oh, St. Patrick, he drove out the snakes with his prayers, but that's not all it takes. For the smoke symbolizes an evil that arises and hides in your heart as it breaks. And the evil risen from the darkness that lives in some men, but in sorrow and fear, that's when saints can appear, to drive out those old snakes once again. And they struggle for us to be free from the psycho in this human family. Ireland's sorrow and pain is now the Ukraine, and St. Patrick's name is now Zelensky."
What is she doing with her mouth?
And is she wearing a house coat? What is that? What is it? Is that a is it a
father? It's all yours.
It's the dentures, Mom. It's the dentures. That
It's the
happens with
dentures. All right. So anyway,
I almost fell asleep during that. I almost fell asleep. And you know what? Bono should really apologize for the Elevation tour. I saw it. It wasn't good. The zoo, was it the zoo tour? Do you guys see? Does anybody?
I didn't see that. I'm just still irritated that there was that one album of his that was automatically put on all of our iPhones.
We all should be irritated. He should apologize to all of us for that. We didn't want it.
It's unacceptable.
It is unacceptable.
We didn't ask for that.
Nobody asked for it.
Okay, so the next couple things. I know you guys you get mad at me when I do the sack attacks, but it's so important that you see them today because this first one, you probably all saw, I did a post about it yesterday at chicksontheright.com, that the New York Times, 2 years late, has decided that the whole Hunter Biden laptop thing, that's real. FYI.
Oh, thanks for doing your jobs 2 years later, you jerks.
So, the New York Post is like, you sons of bitches, because we got literally canceled. The New York Post, they were banned, essentially, their story was banned from being shared on social media because it was Russian disinformation. Except that it wasn't. And remember how all the people in the White House were like, according to at least 50 intelligence officials, this is Russian disinformation. And are they saying anything now? Well, you can see how the White House is responding, courtesy of their press secretary. Check this out.
Times has authenticated emails that appear to have come from a laptop abandoned by Hunter Biden in Delaware. The president previously said that the New York Post story about this was a bunch of garbage and that it was a Russian plant. Does he stand by that assessment?
I've pointed the Department of Justice and also to Hunter Biden's representatives. He doesn't work in the government.
Oh, but that's weird. He doesn't work in the government. That's really interesting. But he got a job.
10% goes to the big guy. So technically,
it's kind of weird. He has connections though with the whole Burisma and all that. It's interesting how all of a sudden, and then he also has the whole blow art thing. Remember the blow art? You remember?
It's still a thing. But the fact that she's like, I would point you to the Justice Department and his representatives. Why didn't she say that from the get-go? Why didn't she say that? Why was she so quick to be like, this is Russian disinformation. This is all, we've had our intelligence officials analyze it. It's totally not true. It's a hoax. It's fake. She was very quick to say that. Yeah. Why wasn't she referring that to the Department of Justice?
It's also interesting too how they can try so hard to separate Hunter Biden from his father. When back when Trump was president, anything that a Trump kid did was just literally lumped in with Donald Trump. I mean, and I mean, if they breathed funny, you know what I mean? It was just like, oh my God, Donald Trump, it's on Donald Trump. And it's just so interesting how there's a difference there. There's no difference. It's just, he gets so much cover. The guy is a crackhead skeeve, you know, he's just gross. Hunter Biden is the grossest skeeve ever. Like when it comes to like kids of presidents, I can't think of a grosser kid of a president than Hunter Biden. Can you?
Well, and it's not even just that he's gross, which is definitely true, but it's the fact that he's corrupt, and so is his father, who is the president of the United States.
Exactly.
And so for them to try to be like, well, he doesn't work here, give me a freaking break. There are all those emails that tie them to corrupt activities. That's what needs to be pressed with Psaki, so that she can't say, you just have to talk to Hunter's representatives. No, ask the questions that relate to Joe Biden himself, and she's not going to be able to give that kind of answer.
Yeah, and the activities themselves are, you know, when you talk about what those activities are, they're really awful. I mean, it's like, think about the things that they put our national security in jeopardy. I mean, there's a lot of things there that need to be looked into that I cannot believe over the past 2 years they haven't been looked into. And if they have been, who's looking into them? Like, what the hell is going on there? And if it were Trump, oh my God, there would have been investigation after investigation into that laptop. I mean, it's just asinine, the kind of cover.
Yeah, and the New York Times article said, and I don't even know why this isn't a bigger deal, but they said Hunter Biden has just recently paid $1 million in taxes that he owed, because part of the investigation was about whether or not he committed fraud against the IRS. Well, clearly he did, because now all of a sudden he's paid $1 million tax bill and no one's talking about it. No one's like, hey, maybe we should ask more questions about that and how Joe Biden might have been related to it.
Wow.
I mean, it's just unreal.
Talk about paying your fair share, right?
God.
Unbelievable. This is unbelievable. The party that always talks about fair share. And he's like, oh, whoops, I didn't pay $1 million in taxes.
I mean,
okay.
Wow.
And then you're right. No, and you're right. Nobody's talking about it. No, that should be again, the double standard. If that were anybody that was a Republican, anybody, let alone the Trumps, it would be splashed everywhere. That's all we'd be hearing about. It's unbelievable.
Well, and she didn't stop there with the disinformation. And this was amazing. This was probably the most amazing part of her presser yesterday, is when somebody brought up the fact that Joe Biden is 79 years old. And they're asking some sort of question about like what happens if he got COVID, because there's people around him that have gotten COVID, Kamala's husband being one of them. And so the question is about that. Listen to the science denying that comes out of Psaki's face right now.
If a president, 79 years old, president of the United States, were to get COVID, might be more serious than, somebody in their 20s.
Well, we don't know that, but we also know that COVID impacts people of all ages and a range of. But when we take what we do here, Jen, is not exactly as you said. So I wouldn't agree with your description there. I would say we do take extra precautions.
That's a lie.
We don't know that. Oh my God. What? Okay. Follow the science, you guys. Follow it.
What in the hell? And she's not taken off of Twitter. Like, how is that not COVID disinformation?
Oh my God. Well, I mean, if you're a Democrat, you can say whatever the hell you want, apparently. Just say whatever you want. Follow the science. His name is Dr. Fauci.
Oh my God.
Good Lord.
Wow. I mean, she said that. Well, we don't know.
We don't know.
It's going to be in a different category than a 20-something. Really? We have all the facts and data about that, actually, Jen. You can look it up. It's the science.
Oh my God.
I can't. Oh my God.
Orange lady bad. Orange lady
so bad. Okay, so I have to play you also. The last clip I have is from the Tucker show. And it's Tucker with Bill Malugin with the glorious hair. You know, Bill Malugin, there's no hair like Bill Malugin's hair. I don't even know how it does what it does. It's so ridiculous. Mm-hmm. So the reason that they are talking is, I don't know if you guys saw this, but this is about Stacey Abrams. And it's
Monica's tickled, y'all. She's just tickled.
Because I can't. I'm not even going to tell you what Stacey Abrams did. You need to see this for yourself. Here we go.
For our semi-regular Stacey Abrams update, Abrams, we should tell you, whatever you think of her, is at this moment the only pornographic novelist in a place of prominence in American politics that we know about. She's also, of course, the one true governor of Georgia. She won because denying election results is immoral, except when it pertains to Stacey Abrams.
Right.
So a few years into her term as governor, Stacey Abrams, or as she is known in the pornographic novelist world as Steamy Selena, who's got a big promotion. Fox's Bill Malugin has that story for us tonight. Hey, Bill.
Well, Tucker, Georgia Democratic gubernatorial candidate Stacey Abrams has apparently ascended to higher office. She made a cameo as the president of All United Earth on the season 4 finale of Star Trek Discovery. Take a look.
We greet the president of United Earth.
Oh my God. You're kidding me with this.
Madam President. Madam President. Welcome.
No.
I am so pleased that you've come. We are eager to begin diplomatic discussions. Nothing to discuss. United Earth is ready right now to rejoin the Federation.
And the showrunner said in an interview that she's in awe that Abrams appeared on the finale and that she would love to have her back on another episode. As for Abrams, she has been known as a big fan of Star Trek. She previously held a virtual fundraiser with some of the cast members for Democratic Georgia Senators Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff. That was an attempt to drum up support for President Biden. Abrams is now the only Democrat running for governor of Georgia. It's her second time trying to do it after she lost that same race back in 2018. And
this is, well, I mean, the Star Trek appearance should just put her right over the edge. That should just totally do it. That's going to just get her that field goal. What the hell?
I think she just wanted to be called president of something, and this was as good as it was going to get from her.
Like, she was like, she has it up on her wall, but I was called president on a Star Trek episode.
She was president of United Earth.
I was
of the whole Earth.
They called me president. I can't. These people are just whack. I swear. Oh
my God.
And I just love that. You think you've hit like sheer batshittery, and then I see that. It's
too bad that they didn't have her be president of like some other planet where they would have had to like put like, weird ears on her or something.
Make her look like some creature from Galaxy Quest. Remember that movie? That was the greatest movie ever, you guys. If you haven't seen it, you need to watch it this weekend. It was really, really great. That was God. That really made my Friday mock. Thank you. That was awesome.
I thought you would like that.
So great.
Also, I just looked at my Get Upside app earlier this morning, and I'm up over $10 now in earnings just over the last few weeks.
You know what? You should go treat yourself to Chick-fil-A with that money.
I mean, that's the thing is that I bought gas, which I already would have had to buy.
Right.
And now I'm like accumulating money. It's the best app ever. If you guys haven't downloaded the Get Upside app yet, I don't even know what's wrong with you. I just really don't.
Do it.
You really should. And you should also make sure to order a set of towels from MyPillow. MyPillow right now has the huge sale on their towel sets, the ones that come with 6 towels, the 2 washcloths, the hand cloths, and the bath towels. $39.99 for a set of towels from MyPillow, the best towels on earth. Hello.
Best price ever. Yep.
Oh my God. MyPillow.com/chicks. They're the ones that are responsible for bringing you My Pillow Talks.
Nancy Weber just said the world is effing whack right now. Oh my gosh. This is how I know the world is effing whack. So I get up this morning, I'm looking at Daily Mail, and like I see Putin. There's like all the stuff about Putin and nuclear arms and everything. And like, you guys saw the stuff about him basically sounding like Stalin in his speech the other day. Right. And so there's that. And then right next to it, there's like this whole article about Kim and Kanye and Pete and their triangle. And I'm like, yeah, this is proof that the world is effing whack right now. This is it. It's like these are the 2 top articles on Daily Mail. And I'm like, what is happening? What is going on?
I mean, 2 top stories. Those
2 top stories right there.
So
Yeah.
I mean, Terry Middleton Parsons says that My Pillow towels are the best towels ever. I mean, I'm telling you, once you go to My Pillow towels, you don't go back to other towels.
That's right.
Okay, so we're gonna start with a child, and I don't remember what this child is doing, but obviously I thought it was cute, so that's what we're gonna start with. Deep breathing. She's practicing deep breathing.
Okay.
What did she say?
Do it again. Good job. Okay.
Did she say bullshit?
She did. I love that this mom's like, these deep breathing exercises are really going to help you. And she tries it and she's like,
this is not working, Mom. This is what I feel like about that. Yeah. I love that kid. That kid is my spirit animal.
Right? I love that kid too.
I love her.
By the way, you saw the comment from one of our insiders saying that our meet and greet should be called Camp Tono.
Yes. It's the greatest. I'm going to make t-shirts, you guys. I'm going to make t-shirts that just say Camp Tono. The greatest
Best idea ever. Oh my
God.
Also, another great idea is whoever put this video of Nancy Pelosi getting beat up by a cat together.
Putin is trying to bake the cat. Putin is trying to bake the cat. Putin is trying to.
I could watch this forever.
Bake the
Listen,
cat.
we don't condone violence on this show. We don't. But that's freaking hilarious.
Oh my God, I died.
Oh my gosh.
Yesterday when I was scrolling through TikTok, I saw this video and I was like, this could not be a better representation of the difference between me and my husband. This is the best representation of the differences. Look at this. This is recycling. This is Dad's. And then here's me.
That is so us too. I have time to break it.
I
have time to break it down.
Ron was like, "You're not even that good because you just leave the boxes in the kitchen for me to deal with."
It's so true. So true.
I mean, I could not have been.
We don't have time to break down boxes. Okay, we're very busy. We're very busy.
Break a nail. You could break a nail doing that.
Right.
He's rolling his eyes over there. Oh my God.
I love it.
Also, this guy is going to show everybody what happens when you get into your 40s. And this is also very, very us. Watch. You see he had a box of salad?
Yes.
There's another box of salad from the week before.
Oh my God, I do that all the time. It's literally the same salad.
He said, "I'll see you next week." Because you buy the bags of salad, right? And you're like, I'm so going to eat salads now. This is what I'm going to eat every day.
You have such high hopes, Right? You're very hopeful. It's so nice to have that hope. And then I'm thinking by age 60, I'm just not going to buy it anymore. I'm just going to buy boxes of donuts. Screw it, man. Just screw it.
It's a more honest way to shop.
What do I care? I mean? Speaking of buying things at certain ages, my our boy was visiting us this past weekend and he's just shy of 30. Okay. He's like a year away from 30. And he came up to me and he's like, "Hey, do you have any Advil?" Because he spent a Saturday jumping on trampolines with our youngest, our 12-year-old, which when you're almost 30, that hurts. It hurts really bad. Okay. Like, I don't think he realized how bad it was going to hurt until the next day. And he woke up and he was like, oh God, I'm in a lot of pain. And so he was like, I need some Advil. And I told him, I was like, listen, on your 30th birthday, I'm just going to buy you like 3 bottles of Advil, one for your car, one for work, and one for home. You need to always have Advil. This is like what you need to have. And that's what I'm going to do on his birthday. I'm going to have giant bottles. They need to create giant bottles, not just do they have them at Costco? Do they have giant bottles?
Well,
Like,
I mean,
I'm
I've
talking
seen
giant.
like big ass. Oh, I don't know about that big, but like they definitely have big ass bottles of Advil.
I need to get like giant bottles for him. That's what I'm going to do. Because that's the thing. At age 30, you need to have that. I don't think he was prepared for what's going to happen to his body at age 30. It's true. Just in pain all the time. All the time.
Now, and this is totally unrelated, but it is another, it's a controversy that I saw brewing on TikTok. So I have a question for you because your husband is bald.
Yes.
So like he doesn't, I mean, I'm sure he washes his head, but he doesn't like wash his hair, but like go back in time to when he had some hair.
He uses shampoo though. He does use shampoo on his head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So that's perfect. So when he does that, does he face the water or is his back to the water?
That's a great question. I think he probably faces the water, I think.
Yeah. And there was this girl on TikTok, like who literally just only discovered that men face the water stream versus women who we always have our back to the water because we go like this.
That's true.
And like my husband faces it and goes like this, to do his hair. And this girl on TikTok was like losing her mind that guys put their face right into the water stream.
Yeah.
Like this was an epiphany for her.
That is so interesting, but you're right. That's exactly.
But they do it.
That's what they do. It's like a difference between men and women.
Isn't that weird? So
is
somebody
weird.
should watch Leah Thomas shower and see what happens.
Because she's going straight in, facing the water.
Right.
That's right. That's really, really interesting.
Yeah. Anyway, I just thought I'd point that out. So
really interesting. Yeah.
That'll take you into your weekend, right?
It will, you guys. Take you right in there. Okay, you guys, it's Friday. Love Fridays. Fridays are awesome. I hope everybody has amazing plans this weekend or none at all, because that's a great weekend when you have no plans at all.
So are we going to announce on Monday where we're going?
I would really like to. I would like to announce on Monday if we could do that.
I don't see why we can't.
I think that we could probably do that. And then what we could do is we can announce and then we can tell everybody that we'll be taking we can start selling tickets probably midweek. What about that?
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully by the end of the week for sure we'll have our ticket platform up and running.
Right. Okay, so we're going to make the announcement on Monday.
About the place.
I'm
so excited.
Okay, so Monday we're going to make the big announcement and we'll be solidifying some stuff today. And then, Monday, let's make the big announcement. You guys ready for the announcement? You ready for the announcement for the meet and greet? You guys ready?
You ready to find out where Camp Tono's going to be?
Camp Tono. It's going to be lit. You guys bring it in. Bring it in. It's going to be so fun. You guys have the greatest weekend ever. We will talk to you Monday.